Hey guys, Daryl here coming at you. Another Earth Changes, more Earth Changes, more Mandela Effects. And I know I've missed a day or two, and it seems like some of you are almost getting worried. It's kind of cool, actually. Not cool that you're worried, but kind of weird having anyone that gives a shit. But anywho, we're right over here coming down the west coast of Mexico last time, and I mean, look at the Baja Peninsula here. How did we not stop in and have a little closer gander at that? Because it's really, really messed up. It's kind of doing the same thing the boot in Italy did on the backside. It did these little, grew these spurs or whatever off the back, and then they're starting to get eaten out like this. You won't bother going over there. You can see for yourself if you want. But might as well just start down at the bottom end here. I really want to apologize to everybody who's commenting, especially directly to me, and I haven't had a chance to get back to it because I just haven't. I haven't got to answer any of them because I'm kind of scrambling over here. See, I don't know, these metropolitan type areas that are in places that are in change, it'd sure be nice to know where they go or where they don't or where they come from. See, there's too many of these cuts here that we know are familiar to work going on. Like here, it's working its way in here for sure. Wow, sure would be nice. Oh yeah, well, we're talking about comments. I know there was one popped up that went by that I saw. Some guy was like, geez, quit trying to make a thing out of this Mandela thing or whatever. Like it's not real. I mean, maybe you don't believe the Earth changes, but they seem to be kind of more significant ones. But man, just across the board, there's so many different things that are affected that, I don't know, don't think we can help you here. You still truly believe Mandela Effect is not a real thing. I really find it hard to believe anybody would be that stupid, so you really probably should just go back to your government office and get back on a dick or whatever it is you normally do and tell them you failed. Sorry to the rest of you for the reference there, but really that's all those people do. They're molested from the time they're children, and then when they're adults, all them Hollywood goons, you know, there ain't none of them ain't had a dick in their mouth or one up the other end. 'Cause that's the way it works. Same thing with the politicians. It's a sad system all the way through. Bring them in through the child trafficking rings and carry on from there. Taking a while to scope coastline. Everybody, here's one I was looking for. See, these places where, what is this water? Is it coming from inland somewhere? And if so, where? No, it isn't. There's no place inland for it to come from. So, any of you skeptics or newbies, what you can expect to see is this here piece of land is going to continue to disappear right down to a little sand finger that'll be left here at best. That's all you're going to have for land with a little outlet. If it chooses not to leave anything here, it just won't. All of this is going to be water, and it's going to spread. And the same thing here. I can guarantee this is future product of, where did we go? Of the thing I was just talking about. Anyways, that's your example there. What to look forward to. Seeing whether this whether you're left with islands or not in here, it's all pretty random. There's definitely no way to establish any patterns there. These long, straight beach lines carry on nice and straight for hundreds of miles, hardly any erosion, and then you get this. You get the water washing in behind, taking her out. It'll eat away all this land, working back in, and this stuff here will follow it. Because I'm really starting to believe that I used to wonder why the heck do you take the land away and then put it back and then cut rivers and crap into it, but it's 'cause everything's poisoned and useless for growing things and living on, so it's got to go and then be replaced. But if you look here, you can tell these waves are breaking in this way. They're rolling inland out of the ocean and doing this. So I don't know. Call it Mandela Effect, call it whatever, I don't know. I was aware of lots of stuff before I even knew there was a name for it, believe it or not. Never was a social networky person or a YouTuber, none of that, other than just to specifically go do my research. And then it was pretty rare. You can snoop around more government and city and those kind of files to get any truth. See, look at this trippy shit, eh? This is cool. This is where this is gonna be fresh land here for sure. And all this is polluted shit that's on its way out. And when it sends the little fingers out, once it does the hook, you know it's gonna start filling in and growing back. It's just what it does. Been watching her a long time. See, look at this poor area here. Look at these people. I mean, you can't tell me this wasn't a highly populated area at one time. I bet you all the way over through here. But I'd really like to hear. I know lots of people travel to Mexico, so if I'm out to lunch on this, I'm sure I'll hear about it. The fact that I ain't gonna hear that should be good proof to Mr. Negativity Buddy there that we are indeed watching our Earth be terraformed under our feet. If you don't like that evidence, man, look at this, guys. Holy cow. That is so funky, the way it just starts sending in the ocean. Time to go to work. Get your salty ass out of bed. See, and down the eastern coast here, there's a lot of these islands I know are new, and I know they're growing still, like this guy here. Hard to say, but we know this is new land outside there, so whether this is gonna become inland lake or sea, or let's see how dry this is. That's a big enough island. I wouldn't be surprised if this water kind of works its way up through and leaves a nice little water channel in there. But I scoped out a bunch of these. The depths here, see all 0 meter, 0 meter. So the stuff getting ready to pop through. You know, see, look at all the growth indicators, the color of the water, everything. This here, I can guarantee is, well, let's see it, 2 that is above water, but not much. So yeah, we got same old going on. At the new islands coming in along this side, and probably where land was and disappeared. I wouldn't be surprised if the old coast was there somewhere, but that could just be the new one coming up too. Okay, see, look at bad shape these guys are in. We gotta somehow get in touch with people in these neighborhoods like Puerto San Carlos. Wouldn't it be kind of cool to get someone on the horn, See, that's trouble too, though. They'd have to speak English, or we'd have to have one of you guys. We'd have to set up like a Google chat call thing. That'd be really cool, I think. Have as many people as could join in and get some info from them and kind of see what their perspective of their world is, because my goodness, what could it be if you lived anywhere around here? But they're obviously going to have some kind of current reality that they believe as far as their history and shit. It would be amazing to hear. And I don't know, it sounds kind of weird, but it'd be one of these places that are disappearing anyway, like Laguna San Ignacio here. I mean, look at this place, it's in the deepest part of the trench here where there's water flowing now. So imagine if we happen, if we're talking to them anyways, why wouldn't you try and pick someone in a place like that that may go away and see if they go away, or if we still maintain contact somehow in some new location. Look at this funky stuff. Like, what could this possibly be as far as natural? It can't. That's the color of poison, whatever this was, mixing with the salt and the goodies that Mandela dude's doing. Maybe I'm going to mention his name because we're having a little tip back around New Year's, and that ain't proving none. I'm really, I don't know, like I'm getting close to the point where I think he's as ridiculous to try to understand and get along with as the religious prick was. But that's just my opinion. Everyone else will have to form their own if you ever bump into them and try developing some kind of relationship with them. It's fucking horseshit. Not that you have to, is in danger of burning in hell or anything, but good luck figuring out how to hit the houses you didn't pay for in this lifetime and the next, and all that shit. Day to day to day, doing nothing but what he wants, and still life serves you lemons. But what do you do? Okay, see all these kind of cuts here, these shape, for any of you new guys, those are signs for sure that there's major work going on in the land. These guys here, you can see -6 to, oh, there's a 1. This guy's getting close to popping through the surface right here where there is nothing. See, that's the other side of the coin too. It would be just as impressive to snag a name off one of these towns that are coming up through the water and then start scoping directories or something to get a number as soon as they pop through and they got telephone stuff going on. And then we could get their story, their perspective, see where they came from, or where they believe they came from, because we all know it ain't what they believe it is. But, see, that's the trouble too, is getting a group of people that are actually going to be responsible enough to be in a chat type setting. I don't know if I don't think I would, to be honest. Because when you got to realize you're dealing with people's everything, their emotion, their reality, their life. A lot of people just don't show enough wisdom to be given that in this situation. Wow, check that out. It's like a big toilet bowl swirl going on here right as we speak. Wow, see, another thing for newbies, if you're just spinning the ball and having a luck, any place you see this real turquoisey color, there's always major shit going on. Alright, I'm going to cut this short now. Well, it ain't short, it's 15 minutes, it's not bad. But you can see for yourself that that was definitely worth a look. So as soon as I can, I'm going to get back to pumping out one every day or more. Because all that was the result of me spending 10, 12, 16 hours a day here. But now I'm doing that elsewhere. So we get stuff squared away here in a bit. So for the next few weeks, guys, don't get too worried if it goes a few days at a time without hearing from me. In the comments, I really will try and catch up on all of them at some point. I can't even guess right now exactly when that'll be. And I apologize please don't take it personal, anybody at all. And especially when I do get a chance to just try to answer a few here and there, please don't be offended if you see one answered and I don't get yours. Just try to ask again. It's something. No, I can't even remember if I got the blog operational. I think there is. If there's a question for me that you really want me to get or whatever, if you put it in there, then I know I can't lose it or miss it or whatever. But until next time, folks, have a great day.